Hey everybody, today I'm going to show you how to get all 4 endings in the last mission of Iron Nest Heavy Turret Simulator. The reason I'm putting this video together here live as I'm just running through this is because I just got through the last of the 4 possible endings for this mission. And it took me a while to do it on my own. There wasn't a lot of resources online. So I thought it prudent to put something together so everybody can understand it pretty clearly. There are 4 endings, as I alluded to earlier. As far as mission intel, you only get this one key piece of detail here, which is that Iron Nest is at A100. So you can place Iron Nest down here. I still do, just for continuity's sake. But this is the battlefield of the last mission. As you could probably tell, there are not many military targets in the AO. Now, I'll walk through the 3 endings to get first, which are really easy, and I won't even do them here because I can explain them to you very quickly, just verbally. So, the first mission is to, the first ending of the mission is to do as High Command alludes. That is to use the shell I know what to fire, which you just got at the end of last mission. Spoilers, is a nuke. So let's just stay here for a second. If you use the nuke on the city, you get one of the 4 endings. You can guess how that one ends up. The second ending you can achieve is through using a different shell. That is the propaganda shell. You drop leaflets, they surrender, and it's happy days. The third ending is if you fire any chemical shell. Now, the one that I used was cyanogen, just because it showed up at the end, and I was like, I don't have any other reason to use this shell, so I tried it, and that does get you confirmed the 3rd of the 4 endings. I do believe if you used tier or phosphagen that it would also work, but I haven't tried that. I do know that this one works. Now, the 4th ending does not require a shell. In fact, it requires quite a few shells. And the 4th is the betrayal ending, which is the hardest, easily. If you fire a shell at this vector, roughly, you get that ending. So whether it's the nuke, the leaflets, or the chemicals, you get each of those 3 endings if you fire a shell at roughly this vector. It does not have to be exact. The 4th, the betrayal ending, requires that you take out a certain defined number of targets outside of the AO. Now, this includes, I'm joining these 2 together as one target, these 2 command units in B4, as well as 11 artillery units. So you must take out 11 artillery units outside of these 2, which clearly are not, in order to achieve the betrayal ending. These are, of course, friendly. This mission will be nothing but friendly fire. So the first thing that you have to do before you even start firing off, and even before you start planning, is recon. You have to have 11 artillery units on the board that you see, that you can draw mission paths to in order to proceed. So currently I see 1, 2, 3 on the left-hand side. Don't forget this pocket in the right. 4, 5, and 6. So we really don't have jack squat currently on the map. Now, I happen to have a fair bit of requisition credits on hand. If you don't, you could shorthand by using star shells. But I'm just going to start by sending a recon plane up B1 at 0 degrees north. So let's find the recon plane. We're going to send it B1 at that bearing. So right off the rip, we've got 1 artillery hiding just under our nose, and another in B10. I'm going to send 1 more recon plane up D1, same bearing. There's another. Now, you really have to scour just about everything, so I am going to send one up F1 as well. This is pretty unlucky. I think if I'm doing math in my head right, we don't have enough. Okay, so let's just do a quick count. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're still missing... we're still missing one more. They won't be in enemy territory. So this is really unlucky, unless if I'm just doing math wrong. 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 6. 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I still don't see the other one, so I'm going to send another recon plane, S1, bearing 335. S1. 335. I don't think that added another one. The only other place I think they could be is if they're hiding on the left-hand side of the map. So this is just incredibly unlucky if this is the case. Look at that. Okay. So here's our number 11 hiding out in A6 19er. That's insane. So let's do just a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 Arty on the left. 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, we're good. I normally would have thrown that out because that took way too long, but I think that's a good example of just how much you have to scour the map to find the 11. From every time I've done this, there has to be 11. So now that we've found all of them, we can finally start plotting our fire missions, and these have to be spot on, and you have to do them all beforehand. You're not getting requisition in the middle of the mission, so we're going to draw out one fire mission here, and the next one we're going to do is probably, we're just going to knock this one out here. So here's how I like to do this. I like to go here for every 2 that I do, and I like to do them in pairs, 2 guns, 1 pair of missions. So I'll plot this one out first to 366 kilometers. You don't normally in the missions have to do all of these extra things, but here you really have to because you need to be coordinated. So I'm going to fire this APHE. You can do AP with the rest, and I probably will. But in order to hit the 2 targets simultaneously and reliably, APHE is the right round for this. Otherwise, I like to be lean. 19.8. Of course, 1 powder charge. So this is our first mission. Next mission is 0.72 kilometers. Shell types AP. I like to just do AP. Of course, you could get nitpicky with the AP versus HE for the armored, non-armored, but I prefer to be accurate, and AP does the job. So 43.6 degrees. Calculate the mission and keep these cards. Now, I'm going to shut up, and I'll do the rest of the mission here. All I'm going to do from here on out is produce 6 pairs of these cards. So you'll have 12 fire missions in total. You can watch me do the rest of it, but everything from here on out is going to be coordinated. You're going to have everything worked out before you even start firing. So here's me shutting up and doing the rest. And that is how you get the betrayal ending in Iron Nest. So, like I said earlier, the other 3 are those one-time shells. Send them into the middle of the city. You get each of those 3 endings. Obviously, this one is a lot harder than that, and it takes a little bit of practice to get here. I haven't sat on this screen for a long time, but I think it just keeps adding a dot signal lost after you keep getting called a traitor over and over here. And this is the lore screen, which you experience for yourself. Anyway, hope this helped getting all 4 endings of Iron Nest, and bye.